baby, yes. Happy Saturday, but most importantly, happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies and the gentlemen. I thought it was a ladies' holiday, but happy Valentine's Day to you too, baby. Okay, so energy's energy if it resonates. I just heard I tried to drink it away, I tried to smoke it away, blah blah. All right, so I'm gonna go get some water because a harshness just came over me. So I'll be right back. Thank you guys for being here. Like, subscribe, and sharing. Thank you for being part of my soul family. I love you guys so much, and I'll be right back. Okay, make sure y'all hit that notification button down below so you're notified. All right, collective. Happy Saturday. Yeah, y'all thought, what is this girl doing? Getting me some juice. Happy Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I can't wait. I'm about to go do my Valentine's Day shopping. What? I love Valentine's Day. What, looking in the store, watching all the guys be all confused. I'm like, bro, just get the card and the flowers, all right? It's just a little bit. It's a little simple thing. Just show her a little bit of effort and just keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? But Valentine's Day should be every day. It shouldn't just be committed to one day. And if you feel as though you don't have anyone for Valentine's, be your own Valentine's. Go get your own stuff. Yeah, self-love is the best verb. So how can you lose? You know what I'm saying? So energy's energy. If it resonates, it resonates. Happy Saturday. The wheels are turning. I love when things start rolling the way it's supposed to be, when the wheels start turning. And sometimes, and I'm saying, hey, goddess, everything. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, Goddess Eureka. So I really feel sorry because there's like a couple goddesses here, and I love all y'all. Just all the goddesses and gods that flow into my collective. So things are changing, right? The things that used to be able to get to you can get to you. Things that used to be attached to you are now breaking. You're breaking free of generational change and curses. On the flip side of that, there are people that are getting ready to go down. You guys know how it's just regular spirituality 101. What goes up must come down as above, so below, right? You know what I'm saying? So I have these cards here. Now, they got a little messed up in the fire. Y'all been here before. Y'all know I had a big fire in my room. So these are pleasure oracles, and whatever I believe these are, wait, let's see. We're just gonna pick one. Okay, they're kind of long, they're cute. Somebody sent them to me. Okay, so discover what lights you up with pleasure oracles, a card deck made for exploring your longing, desires, and drives, body and soul, featuring 52 stunning illustrated cards. By using card for divination, blah blah blah, self-love, intimacy, erotic intelligence, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we're gonna pull one of these and go through it. And then we're going to get to it. Somebody has a succubus energy attached to them that's causing them an upheaval in their life. So we will maybe not read it now. Y'all want to read this card now? Or should we just read it now, right? Get it over with. Yeah, let's get this spirit of procrastination out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Edwin. Happy Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, Maj. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Saturday. All right, Spirit, you picking it for us? All right, booty cheeks out. Okay, so this lady, something about your booty cheeks out. All right, so highest form of energy of our messages coming through. Ooh, and I read something about Isis Oracle yesterday about sound healing, and I was intuitively guided to get the sound bowl. So let me do my little 3 rings. Y'all know how it is over here. We do it different. We do it different. If you're just here, you're like, ooh, she moves around and talks like, we do it different here, okay? But we gonna get the message out, but we just like to hang out, chat, you know what I'm saying? Get in tune, let people come in, you know what I'm saying? So if you're here and you're like, girl, you talk too much or whatever, that's what I do. That's what I do. I like to stop the reading and indulge. My nose is running already. The downloads are coming in. All right, Spirit, I'm getting to it. Right? So indulge in sound healing. I think music is important for you now at this time in your life. All right? Music healing frequencies. I was listening to something yesterday. The lady was singing and I was just driving, listening to it, and I got chills all over my body. All right? So frequencies. Frequencies up. Low vibration goes down. If that don't swim, they gonna drown. Yeah, you got somebody out here drowning in despair because of the way they treated you and what they did. Because why do people think just because nobody sees or knows, the divine sees or knows? Okay, so Maj, we can in the midst of, we can figure that out. Okay, so let's get on with our card that we got, our erotic or let it be easy. When there's a battle raging in your mind between your inner critic and self of empowerment, the only winning move is not to play, to get out of your head entirely, because we already had this page of cups energy, which I love because that's following intuition. Somebody didn't follow their intuition and literally created a tower moment within their life. We're gonna get to it because I love how spirit gets to it. Anything rushed isn't from God. It's anything with chaos or confusion isn't from God. Okay. Okay, so to get out of your head entirely, how? Breathe. Breathe deeply, fully, and with a cleansing, grounding intention. Breathe as if every breath contains all life, all the answers, all the ease, because it does. How does your relationship to yourself need simplifying? Where can you disentangle the knots of aloofness and resistance from your intimate relationships with something as easy as a word or a touch? Don't think about it, journal it, or better yet, let instincts guide you in the moment. Let it all be easy. What's that Danielle Lace? She has a song called Easy. Let me relax your mind. Let me just take it easy. Okay. Yeah, I know my singing voice. All right. So now we get into the reading. So you just gonna let it be easy. Whatever things are happening in your life that you have you don't have control of it. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot control. Because baby, there will be things that you cannot control. And the enemy, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but the principalities. But that doesn't mean that the enemy's not going to try to use your flesh and blood. Like, remember, the enemy was the closest thing to the Most High. So they have the playbooks. They know what to do. They know what to say. And their main goal is to get you off knock you off your path, not following your intuition, not following your discernment. I would never think this person would, but why are you getting the download? If you never would think a person would, that's how I started becoming in tune, because why am I getting downloads about something that would never, ever come to my mind? Hold on. Wait, what? What? Wait. You ever get a download? Now, this is the beginning of me and my journey. Not me now, 6 years later. Why would I think? What the heck? What sickness? Why would I think this? Well, come to find out it was true, but you don't think. So I feel like somebody didn't think before they took an action towards you or said something towards you. Not only did they not think, but God said, all right, we got backup. All right, we got the plan B for you. You may be thinking this, but now we're going to give you proof that this is what's happening and this is what's done. Now somebody, you don't get paid to think, but all right, their thoughts were like, this isn't a good idea. No, their thoughts were, all right, we'll see. This might be easy to do, pull off. Their intuition said, don't do it. Whatever this person was guided not to do, they just they brushed it off, that intuition. We all have that intuition, right? When we're little, we start developing it. When our parents say don't do something and we do it, and then we're like nervous and worried. Intuition. So I feel like the main goal of this enemy, of this person that was around you in your life, whoever the case may be, whoever this may be, the goal of the enemy was to get this person to do things and not follow their intuition. Okay. Anything that comes easy isn't worth having. There's secrets here that are causing major conflicting tower moments within someone's life. There's energy here that someone's unable to move forward and transform into life that they want. There are secrets here of intimate relationship connections, intuitively guided not to do it, yet they did it anyway. Okay, now somebody's having a hard time transforming their life or moving forward because of the things that they've done to you in the past and trying to move forward. Okay, so they're struggling because of what they've done. Not if maybe you may know or not, but just the fact that somebody's losing sleep here. Okay, lightning could be significant. Somebody's having a hard time connecting to other people because of things that they've done to you behind your back. This is that you don't know yet, but you're getting ready to know. Okay. So I just feel like farms are significant here as well. Somebody may have lost a pet or will be losing a pet. See, the thing about this tower energy, because I was laying down last night and then I woke up and I turned my light on and I was like, the tower card was on the floor and I was like, yeah, karma's starting. The collapse of the self, the collapse of the ego, the collapse of false self-identity. Oh yeah, that's all is at ahead right now. So take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. So you're not what you go through. You're defined by how you overcome it. Okay. The enemy will always be after you if you have a calling on your life. He will use who he doesn't care who he uses. He doesn't say, oh, let's not use that one. He doesn't care. The main goal is that they can't get to you. They're going to get to people around you. And sometimes you're going to have to say, you have to look that entity in the face and say, not today. Not tomorrow and not ever. And the moment you cut that energetic tie to that entity where they can't pull and tug and pull and tug, they're pulling and you let go, what happens? They fall back, right? So now the fact that you stop pulling and tugging war with this person, whatever the case may be, because you're saying, don't do that. I think it's bad. You don't know what's going to happen. They're like, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I don't care. But deep down inside, intuitively, they feel like, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't. But they did it. And now that it's over that they did or whatever the harm they've caused, it's a lot of resentment in this person because not only they knew they shouldn't have, but it's bothering them. Something's tormenting this person on the inside about the things that they've done to you after intuitively guided not to do it. Things with the eyes can't be unseen. Things with the ears can't be unheard. Things with the hands that are touched can't be untouched, right? So somewhere down the line, this person said, oh, I have faith that they won't find out these things that I've done behind their back. So that's how we're using faith around here? To be deceptive? That's not nice. That's not kind. So you're using faith to be deceptive, simultaneously going against your own intuition. This isn't making sense. The math isn't mathing. So in that sense, that's causing inner turmoil and conflict within this person's life. They're their own tower moment. This person's their own tower moment. Anything that comes easy isn't worth having. Now, this is a person, I'm telling you, I'm picking up some type of sexual energy between two people. There's a younger person here that went after something or a situation that wasn't ideal. Now, at the time being, the enemy said, oh, I could use them. Yeah, I'm going to use them as a pawn in this game of life to go after who I really want. But I know if I go after this person, I can use them and kind of get at that person, but it won't be directly. But if anything linked to it, that's why when you know something's not right, you have to cut all ties out. I don't listen. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. Now, part of this, the enemy uses isolation to kind of disconnect you, right? But if you cut somebody off in your life and you feel absolutely relieved or better, what does that say? Right? Because that person, that energy, that entity, their main goal is to beat you up, tear you down, get you at a lower vibration so you're not able to use your discernment. Right? That's the main goal. I mean, we just want, the enemy's like, we just want to tear them down. We want to cause a lot of moments in their life. We want to do anything where they can't transform and excel. Somebody started a journey, their spiritual journey, and before they could get their feet off the ground, they had already been plagued by a demonic entity. It's like the enemy saw that person. They said, that's a loophole to get a fall from grace. It's like it was over before it even started. Journey over, up, send it done. Now somebody has turned to the darker side of life, and unbeknownst to them, they're going to experience lots of tower moments. Okay, so we're not saying we want bad things to happen to people. We're saying here somebody didn't use their intuition and they're causing massive amount of tower moments. This person is going to go through at least, I hear, 1 to 16 years of karma because they started their journey off on the wrong foot. You don't want to do that because remember, while you're simultaneously breaking generational curses, this person was simultaneously rebuilding them back up. You're like, what's happening here? That's why the Bible verses, there's a Bible verse where fathers will be against sons, mother be against daughters, and daughters against daughters against mothers-in-law. Yeah, God's using that conflict to see where your heart lies. Gotcha. Right? So if you stay in integrity about situations and things, that's where your blessings come. That's where your favor comes. Okay. So Spirit, let's clarify some of this. Somebody didn't take the time to understand about how you feel after they didn't care about how you felt at the time they did it. They just wanted to do it. Okay, with this Five of Pentacles, whatever they've done to you that causes tower moment. Now, we know we don't need the tarot cards, but we're here for the tarot cards are here for confirmation. But whatever they've done, this person has got them locked out of your life. And it's like the keys right there, but they know, or there may be too much ego and pride. Again, we're dealing with this, some of the Leviathan spirit here, that they can't even cross that threshold. It's like you close the door on a spiritual authority. You said no. Closing this door. I'm not dealing with this. The moment you close that door is the moment this person started experiencing tower moments. Nobody said it would be easy. You have two choices in life: to do the right thing at the right time or do the wrong thing at the wrong time. Whatever this person done has locked them out of there. Now, we're not saying God turned their back. What I'm just saying is it's like they opened the door and they're like, oh, wow, a spiritual journey. And on inside that door, it's flowers, it's fields, it's gardens, but the path isn't ideal. It doesn't look like a sidewalk. It kind of looks like a dirt road. It may have a little bit of dent in it. They're like, they turn around. It's a clear golden corridor. At the end of it is gold. But amongst the walls are masks of demons and peoples and entities. But that road, maybe if I close my eyes and do it, it won't be so bad. But the road least traveled, and on the other side of that is people saying, come over here this way. They won't know. They won't know. But see, you having a spirit of discernment, you're like, no, it can't be. No. My intuition is telling me something completely different than what I'm feeling. That's what the enemy wants to say, hi, we're happy. But inside your heart, you're saying something feels off. Something feels different. You know, and this person thinking that you didn't have discernment. That's the enemy. See, the enemy forgets the little parts like, all right, I'm going to do this person wrong and then I'm going to be around them and then they're never going to know. But their energy is screaming, I am deceptive. I am doing deceptive things to you that you don't know about. You're saying, well, I might not know them, but I can feel them. I can feel something's not right here. Okay, so now this person may avoid you. They may not want to talk to you. They may not look in your face when you have conversations. And then they start experiencing tower moments that they're afraid if they come and tell you, well, I'm going through this or I'm experiencing this, you might just happen to link to things that they're doing in their life. Somebody didn't think you could connect the dots. Somebody didn't think you would say A and then you would say, well, I know B comes directly after it. Someone didn't think that you would do that. Somebody didn't think that you would know that. They thought this would be easy if I'm deceptive against Sunshine Goddess Collective. This is going to be easy. I could take them down alone. You know what? I don't even need no one to help me. I got this. All right. Somebody did something to you, maybe for some type of payment. In the long run, they're like, where's the money? Where's the, I thought you don't get paid to think. You don't get paid. You got everything we're going to. So you mean to tell me I walked down this golden hallway, scared as hell, all these demons, all these masks on here, smooth sailing, came to meet ya, and you're telling me there's nothing down here? They're like, no. You could have took that other path. They're like, but you guys said it would be hard to take that path. No, we said anything that comes easy isn't worth having. Tricked them. Somebody got tricked out of becoming who they're supposed to be. Now they're going to have a long time trying to transform. It's like somebody, even if they were intimate with someone, it's a transmission of a demonic entity, right? Maybe they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Maybe they didn't know who they were sleeping with. Maybe they didn't know who they were engaging with. They can't shake it off. I gotta shake it off, 'cause your loving ain't the same, and you keep on playing games like you know I'm here to stay. Yes. Yes. Maybe you, every time you came around this person, you're like, I can't relax. My mind doesn't feel good. Why would I feel these things around this person, this energy, these people? Aren't these my people? I thought these were my people, right? So, or this person, you're like, something's off with this person. Spirit, clarify this Page of Cups energy and moving forward with the Ace of Wands, because it's all in my head and I think about it over and over again. When they did it, when they said do this to this person or do that, it was a good idea. It lit fire in everyone's eyes. Yes! We finally got them to go against their own intuition. There's a relationship here that's formed between two people that had no business forming, none whatsoever. They are conflicted in their mind about the way that the relationship started. And if you find out about this, it is going to be massive tower moments, not only for you, but for them. Acknowledge the truth, and the truth will set you free. Somebody's caught up in a web of lies in their mind, okay, in their mind, because they're intuitively guided not to do that. They're intuitively guided not to talk to that person, not to go over there. Anytime that little voice in their stomach said, don't, they said, come on now. We all been there. We all overstepped our discernment. We have that feeling. And that's exactly what you do. You take that deep breath, try to get it out, try to get those feelings up and out, shake it off. No, this is wrong, but let me just, right? That's what we do. We shake it off. We say, all right, I know I shouldn't do this, but sometimes we think if we take deep breaths, sometimes maybe we put our head down, we hold our legs, we do the football stance, it goes away for a second. Then you get into doing what you're doing for a second, and then the person's like, oh, the feeling went away. Maybe if I close my eyes, nobody will know. No, open your eyes to the truth. Acknowledge the truth, and the truth shall set you free. They went against their own intuition to go against you, and it backfired. Now they're stuck in places and situations with people, blackmail. Somebody's getting blackmailed. If you go to that person and you tell them, we're going to cause tower moment. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't know what the hell to do. Very immature energy. Spirit, clarify this Five of Pentacles. Now all this stuff that this person did leading up to this part has done nothing but left them in the cold. Somebody didn't get the money that they were guaranteed to get. For nothing. You mean you did all that betrayal, all that backstabbing, all that for not even what you were guaranteed to get at the end of the day? Discernment told you don't do that, but your human self said, no, do it. The enemy said it would be best if he did that. And now they don't know what to do. Okay? If you believe you will receive everything you ask for in prayer, Matthew 21:22. And we got that, I believe we got that yesterday. Maybe you prayed to God to expose what was going on around you. See, the thing is, when we go through these periods of time like this, when you ask, you receive, right? So God, expose to me what the heck is going on. Why am I getting visions and downloads of particular things and things? You asked, right? And some of you have visions, right? And some of you, how many of you have this gift, right? You could not be home and you come home, and maybe when your kids came by, but they didn't say they came by or whatever, and you're like, somebody's been here. Something's different. And then at the end of the day, you talk, hey, mom, I stopped by to get such and such. You're like, oh, right? So somebody's been creeping around your life and your energy, and they're not saying much or anything, but you can feel something's not there, something's off, something's not right. And also you're like, I've been down this road before. I've identified this because my discernment is allowing me to know that red flag, something's happening that's happened in the past. And now you pull out your big energy dictionary and you start looking up stuff and you're like, this is deception. I know this. Wait a second, I've been down this road. I know this energy. I know when somebody won't look me in the eyes. I know when somebody is avoiding me. I know. So now you're like, so what is the deception? The moment you started questioning things, the moment the tower moments start falling in this person's life. The moment. July could be significant. July 17th could be more significant. Okay, so now the divine's like, oh, well, they asked. So you thought you was going to go do something behind someone's back that's chosen. They're going to go to their creator and say, can you let me know what's going on? For some reason, they thought that you wouldn't pick up on what was going on. Just because they want to be deceptive doesn't mean your creator, the Most High, is going to be deceptive towards you. Right? What, where's the thought? And somebody wasn't thinking when they were doing these things and being these ways towards you. Listen, you didn't think about me when you were doing what you were doing, so don't think about me when I have consequences. Right? There's consequence. Somebody didn't think there were going to be consequences for things they're doing because they thought, if all these people down the hallway know what I'm doing, right, I'm safe. I'm safe because people know what I'm doing. So it's like, how could it be deceptive? You're deceptive with people that know you're doing deceptive things. Okay. When there's a battle raging in your mind between your inner critic and your self of empowerment, or it could be your inner circle. Somebody's calling this person out like, what you're doing is wrong. You think so? They're like, since when did you not know better? Because when they did it, they closed their eyes. So if they close their eyes, I don't know when this person's mind thought whatever they do when they're deceptive, if they close their eyes, nobody can see it. But God sees it. The divine sees it. Not only that, is there's information being told to other people to confirm exactly what happened. So how are you going to hide things that happen when it's already out in the open just because you had your eyes closed? It's too late. And then here you go going to, you know what, creator, I don't know what's going on. Something's not right. It's making me feel uneasy. They're like, yeah, you're asking. All right, here you go. Vision, download, dreams. There you go. It's there. They didn't think about your intuition before they did the things they did. They just thought that if they closed their eyes, they were deceptive towards you. It would be easy. They would get the prize. They would get the revelations. They would be in the inner circle. They would get what they want. And all they turned around and ended up was with tower moments. Was it worth it in the end? No. Did they go against their discernment? Yes. Did they think you would never find out? Yes. Did you find out? Yes. Why? Because you have the spirit of discernment. Don't make me talk about the clown shoes. You've been there already. Okay, so if you've been down, you're like, if you graduate elementary school and you're already in middle school and they say, you know what, we know you graduated, but can you come take this 5th grade test for us really quick? 10 out of 10, you're going to pass. Simple addition, simple multiplication, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you've already passed to get out. And so I say, well, no, we're being serious. All right. So you're in 6th grade and they give you 3rd grade math. Come on. You already did all that. You already know what's up. You already know what's going on. Somebody just didn't think that you would figure out what was going on because they had their eyes closed. Shh. No one's going to know I'm being deceptive to you because my eyes are closed. No one's going to know. No, they know. And you did it with your eyes closed amongst a bunch of people. So your eyes may be closed, but theirs aren't. They see, they saw, they know, and it's creating massive tower moments. There's a group of people arguing about ethically right and ethically wrong, and someone's going to come to you and say, listen, this is what happened. You're right. You're right. No one's too young to know anymore. You're right. But this is the enemy. They can't get at you. They're going to get to people around you in your life. And they're going and see, the thing is, the enemy tries to be so clever, but the enemy cannot outdo God. I told you they were right. They were right hand man, side by side. So he knows the power plays to use. But God said, I will overthrow that shit every single time. Go try something else. right? Because once you're awoken to the truth, once you're awakened to what's happening around you, things with the eyes cannot be unseen. Your eyes were open, theirs were closed. You saw them with their eyes closed. You're like, I'm standing in front of you. Open your eyes. I see everything that you're doing. I see everything that you're saying. You know why? Because I've been down this road before. God gave me a spirit of discernment, of love, and sound mind. Okay, so if you're not coming with none of those things, or you're causing blockages within those things, if you're causing my mind to be clouded, I know that's not God. Okay, if you're not showing up in love energy, but you're expecting me to reciprocate love, that's not God. Okay, so love, sound mind. And if you're coming around me and I'm feeling off, and my discernment saying something about you is off because it's off, but the enemy will say, no, it's not off. That's your sister. It's fucking off. That's it. Oh, it's not off. That's your aunt, or that's this, or your coworker, or your best friend. Okay, well, they may have that title, but something's off. Okay, and that's the enemy coming to say, no, it's not. That's your mom. Nothing's off. No, it is. It is, because the enemy saying, I can't get to you, so I'm going to go after who you love and who loves you too. Right? Even if it's a friendship, even if it's a relationship, even if someone you love, okay, well, oh, you want to love them and they're demonic, we're going to make them do it more. You can't love nobody's demons out of them. Okay? You may want to try, you may want to work them. The best thing to do when you know there's demonic forces at play or interfering in a relationship, cut that shit off expeditiously, not to isolate yourself from them, but because you are feeding that entity with your energy. They want to fight all day. They want to fight every day. They want to name call. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to do everything but fix the problem, because you feed the demonic entity. No mas. Okay? That's it. No more, straight cut off just like that. Not because you don't have faith in your creator, because your creator will resurrect situations at their will. And when it's time, and when that person steps back into the light, then they will allow this person in your life. But they're not going to allow this person to sit in your light while they want to sit in darkness, because darkness and light cannot coexist at the same way. And light will always drive that darkness out. Now they're envious. Now they're jealous. Now they're attacking you for saying, I see your entity. Now they're waging spiritual warfare on you because you won't put up with their stuff, because you have discernment. How dare you call me out? Well, I have a spirit of discernment and sound mind, and what you're coming around me with that clouded ass energy, with those weird ass vibes, my discernment is very clouded. I don't feel loved here, and I don't feel comfortable being around you, because you're throwing me off of alignment. Anything that's supposed to be around me, I'll be aligned. I just want to go to lunch. But this feeling, I can't stop feeling it while I'm sitting here with you at lunch. I don't want to feel this. I wouldn't expect to feel this. I don't even know where this feeling's coming from, but I know that God and my angels, everything's screaming, this is not good for you. This is not a good idea. But they're saying, my eyes were closed. They don't know. Okay, so it's like this energy, the facade in your faces, they're cool and everything's happy and silent celebration, but behind your back, they were doing low vibrational demonic things. Not using their intuition, not paying attention, because their eyes was closed to the truth, but yours was wide open to the fact that I see you. Okay? Raging wars, battling, conflict, entities, demonic entities. It's crazy because it's like you've been down this path already. The spirit of narcissism, a lot of us have dealt with it. Some of us grew up in household with narcissists. I didn't raise my hand or nothing. Right? So we know, we learn from a young age what triggers a narcissist. And we're not, listen, I'm not judging or saying nothing bad or saying I learned to identify low vibrational demonic entities from a young age. We know this, Sunshine Goddess. We know you've had this gift since you were younger. You're now able to talk about it and tell your story. And yes, I am. And yes, I will, because maybe you have had some of the same issues or similar things happen in your life, right? How can we connect with one another if we all act like we're the perfect people and everything was great? I'm here to tell you, no, the fuck it wasn't for me, okay? It's still not that great, but it's God's great. And it's God's grace, right? Favor, grace. You already know. How is an entity that you already defeated gonna come to you now? The enemy's gonna come to you and say, "Oh, this isn't me." You're like, "It's you. I see you just got glasses on." They're like, "No, it's not." That's like me coming out here saying, "Guys, I am not Sunshine Goddess." When I have the glasses on and I take them off, I'm like, "Hey, yeah, Sunshine Goddess." You're like, no matter what this person puts on, the facade, the act, I don't care if they change their clothes, they are showing up as who they are. And the only person that doesn't see that is them. And that's it. And that's where you are not battling against flesh and blood. You are battling against principalities. The resistance isn't coming from the sister. The resistance is coming from the entity. You have got to learn to identify that is my sister in the physical flesh. That's her. But the way she's operating in her, that's not her. Because love is patient, love is kind, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not boastful, it in any ways. So what happened to the love of my sister, right? Or my friend, or my family, or my mom, or my aunt, or whoever, co-workers, friends? What happened to that love? There, you see them in the flesh. You know that's who they are, with their clothes on, with their glasses, with their hair, what their name is, what their birthday is, but you don't identify with that spirit that is within them, because that's not who they are. But their eyes were closed when they did things to you, so they think they're cloaked, that you can't see them. These entities, the more you ascend on your journey, the more the entities say, "You can't see me." You're like, "I do, though. I do." Just take it easy. You are not fighting against your flesh and blood. You are fighting against principalities. So if the enemy can't reach you, they're going to send someone that can. That doesn't want to take accountability. That wants to keep running from you. That doesn't want to talk about it. What does God say? Sit down with your brothers and let them bear witness. Because if this person knows, if they sit down with you and someone with like-mindedness or of a good mind, and they start explaining, they're going to be like, "That's not right." So what they do is they shelter themselves with people who, as like themselves, are narcissistic or don't want to take accountability or condone or condemn their low vibrational behavior. You know why? Because they can get them to be just like them, right? When they say birds of a feather, this person, now you have a matriarch or patriarch of the family that has that narcissistic spirit, and then they drill into this person's head, you're going to be against this person, and you're going to do this, and they were wrong, and this. But they're not feeding them patience. They're not feeding them kindness. They're feeding them rudeness. They're feeding them boastfulness. They're feeding them energy. They're envy, jealousy. They're feeding somebody already that's struggling and battling and raging with the lower principality. They're feeding that, and all of a sudden now somebody's acting bold as fuck. The disrespect, whatever. They could disrespect you now, right? You're like, you're getting bold in the disrespect. When you started noticing the disrespect was getting bolder, you already knew who was behind that facade. You know why? Because you've been there, you've done that. But see, this person thought their boldness was feeding that. Your spirit team said, "And no," got the swords out. Archangel Michael said, "Cut," and we're done out of here. Wrapping this up, it's over. And before you know it, your energy was cut from that person's life so fast that they didn't even know for 1 second, they didn't even know who they were. Because remember, your light was helping, guiding this person and helping them move through different realms or whatever the case may be, or however the case may be. Now they're plagued with the thought of you being cut off by you. They weren't patient. They weren't kind. They were very loud. They presented themselves with anger, resentment, and rage when it didn't have to be that way. Because they were being fed, right? They have a host, right? So here's the big bad host. And when when you weren't giving them what they want, they went and plugged into that host. No love, resentment, disrespect. They fill up, they swell up, they come around you, they look down on you. Not knowing that your discernment is saying, something's off here. right? But they're keep getting fed things into their mind, into their life. And before you know it, they're starting to experience tower moments for coming against you. Energy is energy. If it resonates, it resonates. Somebody is regretful. I start to feel more now a regretful energy, because it's like when you turn the lights out in people's life, it's night. It's everything is dark. So remember that hallway, that corridor, lights out. All right, I could just go back. Doors locked. They can't even get in the door. They can't even get in the door. The key's right there. But they're so in their mind about what they've done that they don't even see the key right there. The key is to working on themselves and becoming a better person in life. Becoming better. It gets greater later. You can't miss the hard parts. You can't skip them out. It's just, it can. You have to sing ABCs. You have to say A. You have to say B. You have to say C, or you are not A, C, E, G. It don't work that way. They try because their eyes were closed. A, C, G is, they're like, no, start over. All right. And they're performing for people and they're like, no. And every time this person, they can't get to what they need to get to. They just feel like, I'm not getting what I need, what I want. Why are you performing for people? Because in order to get that light source and that power, they've got to perform. Open your eyes when you're singing your ABCs. Maybe you might get it right. But if they open their eyes, that's truth. They don't want to acknowledge your truth. Acknowledge the truth, and the truth will set you free, while you're over here saying, God, can you let me know what's going on? Somebody knows that you're in tune. It's like somebody did something around you in your life. You could be a tarot reader. I'm picking up heavy spirituality energy, that whatever they've done, that was to try to divert you off your path. You said, fuck that. I'm coming for whoever this is, whatever the case may be, while your spirit team is already raging war on this person. What did I say yesterday? I said, I couldn't believe I said that. I said, it's a raging spiritual warfare. I'll rage a war if I have to. I was like, why would I say that? I was in Sunshine Goddess mode yesterday. But here we are, the war, the battle of light and darkness. Literally, here we are. And literally thinking, see, you don't get paid to think. How many of our grandmas told us we don't get paid to think? Like, you parents, everything, you don't. What they thought would happen is not matching up to the reality of what's happening. It never got easier. It got harder. It got more conflicting. Now they're having a hard time. How do I get out of this? They look left, they look right. Now they're locked in a small room and it's just them. Help, let me out. They're banging on the doors. There's nobody around. They could see people's feet under the door, but they can't get out. Like, what is this? They didn't know that long hallway was a facade. It wasn't as long as they believed in the people on the other side, because right as they started walking towards that thing, the divine closed the door. You're not going to get mine. Not this one. Not no way, no how. So even their blessings are being forfeited. Even their blessings are, these people start realizing that everything is just hard in life. It's because that's the way they made it. Anything that comes easy isn't worth having. The enemy will say, oh, it's easier. Nobody will know. Shh, come on. Come over here. They'll never know. Actually, walk over here with your eyes closed and nobody will know. No, everybody knows. It's pretty obvious. And now somebody's embarrassed at the things that they've done to you, said to you behind your back. And not only are they embarrassed, other people know about it. Not only do other people know about it, but now it's causing extravagant tower moments in life. And now you're getting ready to find out some things that you may not want to know, that you would best benefit from not knowing. But now that when you find out this information, you say, oh, aha, yes, now I get it. Putting the pieces together. Energy's energy. They never thought you would put the pieces together. They never thought, they didn't think. Relationship. Okay, I'm attracted to those of people who serve my higher good. Why would the divine keep around people that don't serve your higher good? They would never do that. Y'all got to know they got to go. That's it. I don't care who they are. What's the relationship, how long I knew them. The moment disrespect is served on a silver motherfucking platter, to me, you're getting the fuck on. That's that. Okay, so somebody thought it was okay to serve disrespect to you on a silver platter. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Okay, bold in their demonic entities, bold in the things they've done to you. Just showing up bold. This entity had them feeling like they were bold. Why would you need to be around someone that is always in a low vibration and you don't feel comfortable around? Why would you be around someone all the time? Just because what? Just because, tell me the title again. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Self-love is the best verb. Everybody in your life ain't supposed to be there forever. There's different parts of the journey. If God wants them in your life, he's going to bring them back at his discretion. And that's that. And that's how it's going to be. Okay? You got one life to live. You can choose to walk around living miserable. 143 in the chat. I love ya. Or you can choose to disconnect yourself from low vibrational entities that are literally trying to suck the life force out of you. They want you in bed. They want you crying. They want you depressed. They want you not being able to show up at work. They want you not to be able to clean your house. Remember, you decided I'm showing up depressed. I'm showing up for the kids if I'm having a bad day. You decided I'm going to show up, and here the enemy says, oh yeah, well, watch this. I'm going to try to find a way for you not to show up. You're like, I'm showing up. Just not with them. All right, whatever. Adios, amigos. I'm still showing up. The main goal of this enemy was to knock you off your path by using someone close to you, and it didn't work. Okay? I told you guys last week, I said, we're going to a spiritual warfare. Here we are. It's done. It's over. Defeated. I know so I said, one day we're resting, putting our swords down. The next day we're picking our swords back up. Yes, healing is linear. Yeah, you can rest today, but tomorrow you might be at the battle again. We are in spiritual war. I'm sure our troops have times where they rest and then they don't have to battle and they swap out and they switch. And then I know there are times where like, I can't wait for my 2-week tour to be over. I can't wait to get back to who I was. Somebody is regretting, they're running from you, and accountability was easy, but how are you going to run from the tower moment? They're running from principalities that they can't put their hands on. This is scary for them. This is the life they chose. God already removed you. As hard as it may feel, as hard as it may seem, as much as it may make you feel inside, you cannot fight against these principalities, battles. That's not your job. Your job is to say, oh, I identified, I'm out of here. That's your blessing. You're saying, God, I know this isn't from you. I don't want to deal with it. I can tell. But the enemy also tests you. Okay, so the enemy will test you, pinning your family against you to see how you respond and how they respond. And if your love for the divine is still upholding, you're going to love them, but from far away. Right? You're not going to be bitter, spiritual birth. You're not going to be bitter. You're going to be better. You're going to hope them for the best, but you're going to hope for them the best far away. It might be your sister, but you can't be with her. You can't be in her life. And that's that. And you've come to the acceptance that the plans God had for you doesn't include you sitting around, being around people that don't have your best interests at heart. Because I'm going to be around you and worried about you setting me up or stealing from me or doing something crazy to me all the time. How can I be comfortable around you? How could I allow you in my house and not be afraid to go to the bathroom because I think you might steal something from me of everything that I worked for? Because I already know that your main goal is to take everything that I have, whether mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, or sexually. Your goal, I know that I see your red shoes right there, and I know that you're coming to take my light, or you're coming to dampen my light. I'm shine. I'm the light. It's not my job who comes in the moths that come around here. I'm just shining. Now, it's my job if I entertain you. That's my job. That's my fault. I mean, if I entertain, but my light's going to shine and it's going to attract any and every type of moth that it can. And guess what? Sometimes they might be related to you, right? Sometimes they may be somebody really important in your life. You're shining. The enemy found a loophole. It's not your fault. Your job is to keep going, to lean on your divine, your creator, God, whoever you serve, and to keep going. I see your clown shoes. I'm not mad at that. That's cool. You think they look nice on you? Whatever. I know clown tree from 100 miles away. I'm going to remove myself. You're supposed to be mad, angry, and bitter. You're supposed to be raging right now. You're supposed to be resentful. Somebody does things to you, and then they go check your social media to see if you talk about it. What the hell is telling strangers on the internet going to do for the situation? Because that will give them power. Let me see if she's talking about me after I cussed her out and betrayed her. Oh, there she go. There she go. Yep, I got to her. Yeah, yep, they telling people I got to her. She talk about me. Yeah. No. They're looking for it. Now you take your power, your energy back from these low vibration entities. Now they're coming to see about if you care. Somebody will say F you and be mad when you say okay. All right. It's F me. All right. You don't got to beat me up. You already said F me. What else do you want to say? Like what, they want you to stay there, take the beat and F you. Psh, psh, psh. Don't stay there. I'm saying F you. Psh. They're like, why? Why do I need to do that? I heard what you said. I understand how you feel. I feel like I have an invisible bendy. I heard what you said. I understand how you feel. Right, guys? I have an invisible bendy. Like, it's there. I see it. But you removed yourself. You removing yourself, they forgot that part of the plan. Somebody literally said, you're going to go in, you're going to beat this person up, you're going to beat them down. This entity said, this is your job, this is what we're going to do. Somebody was coached into going against you. This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. And this is where you're going to get at the end of it. Okay, so they went and did it. They went to do how they thought they did it. Where's the reward? Where's the reward? Where's the reward? You told me if I betrayed this person that you would give me something, but how come I'm like this? What happened? You lied? Yeah, I'm a liar. What you think was going to happen? You knew I was a liar when you talked to me. Girl, bye. Imagine imagine that. that just cracked me up. Oh my God, imagine that. You pick up a snake on the side of the road, you nurse it back to health. Classic. The snake bites you and you say, why did you bite me? The snake says, say, I'm a snake. Duh. That's what I do. I'm a snake. You knew I was a snake. You picked me up. You knew I looked like a snake, walk like a snake, talk like a snake, well, slither like a snake. Classic. You thought you was different. So whatever they were promised to give to you, it didn't even happen. To give to them, it didn't even happen. Because they decided to go against their intuition. Internally, I feel like their intuition said, don't do it. Don't. And they did it anyway. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Their intuition said, don't. I could do it. Intuition screaming, I don't think that's a good idea. I can. I'm going to close my eyes. I could do it. Watch. I'm going to go against them. Watch this. F you. You said, okay, they thought you was going to scream, fight, chase, anything that causes a superpower moment in your life. But you did it. And now they're like, see, they didn't plan that part. They didn't plan the part of you not reacting the way they expected you to. She didn't. She didn't react the way we thought. What do we do next? You're like, everybody's looking around like, oh, you didn't think so far now, did you? You didn't think so far into the future. No, why? Because the enemy doesn't think far into the future. The enemy thinks for today, right now, in this moment. Let's go. Excited. Woo! Pumped up. We about to betray somebody. Yes. Wow. How's this going to go? Bad. It didn't. How'd it go? Bad. All right. Well, it's over. Where's my payment? Payment. Girl, you know we as liars. Chestnut checkers. Thank you. Yes. Energy's energy. If it resonates, it resonates. Woo! Now the divine's on that ass, baby. Oh, you still got to face judgment. Oh, no. Just because your eyes were closed and you didn't get the results you want and you didn't get the payment, now here comes the other part. Spiritual judgment is upon us. Tower card, cherry energy. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yeah, but nothing said come disturb yours. You're under judgment. You were supposed to open that door with the butterflies, everything. All right, your feet, we got a little dirty, but at the end of the day, they're shiny at the end of that. But you got to walk through the dirt path. You got to go through there, take you through there. That way you're ready to run inside with your socks. Before you got to the other side, they already slammed the door on you. And now what you doing? Looking around in the cold like they didn't prepare them for this part. Now they're in raging battle and inner conflict because you've cut access off to them. Your light is cut off. Now that entity inside of them is like shriveling up and getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it dissipates. And they're like, what did I just do? Yeah, you waking up. Got to get that ass up. Top of the deck, Friendship, okay? I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Everyone's not your friend. And this person had to learn the hard way. They were used, manipulated, and used to do some type of dirty work. And now I don't even think their friendship is even still there. It doesn't feel like there's a friendship pending. We got the Queen of Swords here energy. Somebody's getting ready to come and tell you the truth. Whatever this energy is or whatever happened, somebody's going to come forward and tell you the truth. It's a heavy burden. Somebody doesn't want to carry this burden of knowing these things that are happening behind their back. Thank you, Pac, for being here. Thank you, Mary. Hey, Shell. Hey, Ricardo. Hey, Loris. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Ranyan. Hey, Andrea, Latrice, Adam. All right. Hey, y'all. Happy Saturday. Thank you for subscribing, being part of our soul family. So now we're at the point where please don't go tell them. No, they're telling you. Somebody is going to come tell you everything that happened. And you're going to say, this all makes sense. Remember when God said, lean not on your own understanding? Hi, Mamacita, I'm coming. This all makes sense. I'm coming, Mamacita. This all makes sense now. I know why they rejected this. I know why they were doing that. Wow. Perseverance. Everything's connected. No more secrets. Okay, I get it. I get it. My intuition wasn't wrong the whole time. This person, this energy literally was making me feel rejected on purpose because they were trapped in a web of lies. They were started something new, a relationship, a connection with people, something new happened in their life, and they thought it was going to be good for them. By the end of the day's got to end. That's not something that they wanted to do. I know that I could set whatever my mind to. Doesn't mean you want to do it. Of course, I'm pretty sure I can parachute. Doesn't mean I want to go parachuting. I'm pretty sure I can ski. Doesn't mean I want to go skiing. I'm pretty sure I can do certain things. Doesn't mean I'm going to go do them. I'm pretty sure I could be a crossing guard. Doesn't mean I want to go be a crossing guard. I'm pretty sure I could wait 5 seconds and run before the train comes. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it. This person set their mind on betraying you. And it worked. But they didn't worry about the aftermath of what came to betray you. Because whoever was gassing this person up to betray you, they didn't tell that about. They didn't talk about that part. They didn't talk about what could possibly happen after the betrayal or you not allowing. Somebody knows you don't play with the relationships and judgment. Somebody knows that when it comes to you in your life, when it comes to particular people, places, and things, you're not a person to play. This is giving that you collective have a lot of self-love, kind of like the energy that I embody. That one and done. I'm a one and done type of girl, woman. Because, over my life, I just kept giving people. I was tired of getting people multiple chances to hurt me. Why am I giving? Why? That's not self-love. Just because you give them a title. No, just because you are in low vibration and you're not desperate. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not proud. It is not boastful. It is not rude. It isn't. Spirit, clarify this relationship energy for me, please. Judgment. Somebody knows you call judgment on them. Not only go sit down on your couch, Lace. Cut it. Try to be such a whiny little boom. All right, somebody knows that judgment's placed on them. Why? Within this relationship, this connection, this dynamic, not working on themselves, and the 5 of Pentacles. Now, I read something yesterday. Yeah, here's a magician energy as well. There might be some type of black magic attached to this person as well. So somebody tried to have some type of, they had that door open and the door said you could come to this side. It's light. You got these gifts. How do you forfeit your gifts at the beginning of your journey? Please tell me. 3 of Swords, deck closed. How do you forfeit your gifts before you even get to use them? How do you forfeit your gifts under heavy divine judgment? And if they did have some gifts, if they thought they did, they don't no more. Deck closed. Energy's energy. If it resonates, it resonates. Y'all got to listen to that, Daniel Lee. Just take it easy. Somebody thought it'd be easy to be deceptive towards you. And yeah, anything that comes easy isn't worth having. Hope. Somebody's hoping that they can make this out the right way. But I know they know that there's consequences that need to be suffered. And this is how they feel about what they've done, what they've said, how they acted towards you. Somebody can't hold this secret. This secret that they're holding within them is internally killing them, literally. Okay, so somebody's holding in a secret of something that happened to them in their life that they may turn around and say, I just wish I never held this in. Like if I would have just spoke up the first time, it would have never gotten this far. We've never gotten this far. The secret is consuming them on the inside. The entity, the enemy attached to that secret is consuming them on the inside. Sleepless nights, restlessness, they can't concentrate, their appetite's bad, they're just feeling something. This person, what's so interesting about this energy is they don't even know how to forgive themselves for what they've done to you. Double judgment. I told you, we're in the double portion energy. Okay, so things should be showing up double within your life. Your enemies, these entities are facing double judgment. One for what they did and one for going against you. God don't miss. Okay, Spirit, clarify more of this energy of how this person may feel. Trauma. It was a trauma bond. And they got stabbed right in the back. Now, listen, I was telling my friend about this yesterday. Remember I told you guys I lost my YouTube and my hand started hurting really, really crazy bad, right? And then one day I was like, I feel like it's like a crucifixion energy, right? And I went to the Bible verses, and I don't know how I got to, but what my download was that upon this spiritual warfare, you were trying to be crucified for your gifts where you had. After I read that Bible verse and I went through a little bit of stuff, the feeling went away. The feeling went away. It was over. I told her last night, I'm like, how come when I read that Bible verse, the feeling in my hand, the pain went away after figuring out that the enemy, the entity, coming up to this spiritual warfare, it's like they were getting ready to bring you to the cross. They were getting ready to crucify you, and it stopped. Because God died for your sins, not for the enemy's sins. So that's already taken care of. Gotcha. You gotta be more quicker. God already did this part. You don't gotta do that part. Your job is to say, I'm getting away from this person. Their main goal was to cause trauma within your life. You can't be crucified for somebody that already gave their life for you to have these things and to go. How can you be crucified when somebody already did that? Double judgment. Now you're trying to crucify the collective for being chosen. They're working for me. They're working for me. Okay, Satan forgot that part. Satan forgot that they can't crucify someone that's already living for someone that's been crucified. Are you crazy? Where is your brain? They weren't using their brain. They weren't using their discernment. They weren't using their intuition. Now somebody's fucking traumatized from going against you, simultaneously worrying about judgment, simultaneously being lost out in the cold, not being able to work in themselves, not being able to transform, and losing access to you. They don't want that host. That host actually doesn't feel good in their stomach, in their life. That matriarch, that energy that they plug into, they've been plugging into. How come it's not working anymore? Once they showed up with disrespect on a silver platter, it was over. It was done. They try to come in and traumatize you. You can't traumatize somebody who knows their creator. You can't break someone you didn't make. Somebody didn't plan right. And now they don't know how to move forward after doing these things and being caught out, because the divine, your ancestors, your creator is your witness. Okay, is your witness. Spirit, clarify more of this energy moving forward with this judgment energy. This person, there's somebody's traumatized from going against you. Now they're stepping into the unknown. Anxiety, it keeps on watching me. Somebody feels like they're being watched. They're spiritually taunted by doing the things that they've done to you because their eyes were closed. All right, Spirit said, oh, you want to act like you, okay, all right. So he sent his angels. He sent them. They feel like they're being watched. They feel like something's going to show up. They're waiting for the evidence to show up. They're waiting for the pictures to surface. They're waiting because They didn't know what happens after they couldn't get to you. They didn't plan that far, because the enemy's not going to plan that far with you. The enemy's going to be for here, for right now, and they're going to make you think it's easy, but they're never going to tell you about the repercussions and the consequences that come with it. And part of that is living with trauma, gloom, and being anxious. That you're going to find out. It's going to surface. Every single day they wake up, it's like, they're looking at, I always feel like somebody's watching me and get no privacy. Yeah, they don't have any privacy within their life. Okay, so whoever this person was feeding them, take me through there, take me through there. Whoever was feeding them this stuff, they're on down their back. Oh, did you lie to this person today? Did you cheat on this person today? Did you lie to them today? Did you? Are you deceptive? Go be more deceptive. I don't want to do that. I know Sunshine Guys Collective. They know, I know, they know, I know, they know, I know. I know they do. You could run, but you can't hide. Energy's energy. If it resonates, it resonates. You could run, but you can't hide. We're in the renewal season. It's over. It's over. Things with the eyes can't be unseen. Things with the ears can't be unheard. How do you help them? You forgive them. And you move forward. Just as God forgiven us for our sins. Remember, he died for us to be at this point in our journey. We're like, whoo, they almost got me. God's like, they won't. I already did this. I got you. You know what I'm saying? You had to go through this battle. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the journey. You're a spiritual warrior. I've been telling y'all, put your sword, shields. They don't got them for no reason. Okay, well, you did what you needed to do. You acted the way. You used your discernment. You did what I told you to do. You followed me. You followed me, what I said. Now forgive them and move on with your life. Forgive us our trespasses, right? They're forgiving. Ash Wednesday's coming up as well, too. I forgot. Forgive them. If you believe, you'll receive everything in your prayer. You may have prayed about this, but didn't expect it to show up the way it showed up, right? But we don't get to decide how things show up when we just need. The answers are going to show up as they are, and it is what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not to hurt you. It's just to move forward. Okay, so we got fear of abundance here. Less is more. It's plenty of us. Okay, so when you're fearful, you can't be abundant. Fear and faith can't be in the same place. They didn't tell them that part. They forgot that part. Energy's energy. If it resonates, fear and faith can't be in the same place, but somebody forgot to tell them that part. And if you don't know, now you know, right? Energy's energy. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a good Scorpio. And let me tell you something. Those 1st through 10th are true Scorpios. I'm not judging, but I don't know about those October ones. I haven't had good energy. I'm not judging, but a true Scorpio would be November 1st to November 10th. I've done a lot of research on that. Don't argue me. Don't fight me. This is my personal opinion. I think the October Scorpios are a little shady. You know what I'm saying? A little shady, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're borderline Libra, Scorpio, because they're so cuspy. They could go back and forth. So it's like sometimes they bring justice, but sometimes they bring unfairness as well. So like, you know what I'm saying? But I love all y'all. I don't care what you are. We not going by signs here. I would just put in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because Blue Jay 777, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to stand up for Scorpios, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes. All right. Yeah. So it could just be, so you also have, so let me reiterate that again. For each sign, it's a healed part of them. It is an unhealed part of them. Okay. So like the unhealed part of the October Scorpios, I feel are very shady, but I feel like the healed ones are very fair. Okay. So let me reiterate that. I love y'all. Give me wheezy. If you're October Scorpio, stop. I love you too. I could say how I feel, my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? You could say you hate November Scorpios in the beginning. You could say that. I don't care. We still love each other, right? Exactly. We can disagree to agree and move forward with love and care and kindness and grace and grace and more grace, because God give us grace every day. Spiritual grace, favor grace, sacrificial grace. We're getting grace every day that we wake up is another day for some more grace and favor within their life. And if I have another daughter, her name will be Grace, for sure. For sure. All right, let's get Isis Oracle, and then we're going to get some archangels, because I feel like the spiritual warfare, it's peaked, and it's what goes up must come down, as above, so below. All right, so enjoy your Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy. Your girl about to go out and do some shopping. Spirit of Isis. Isis is really holding down the feminine collective. I feel like it's been a lot of spiritual attacks on the feminine collective, however you identify with that energy. But I just really feel like it's been in this energy, and maybe just not feminine energy, but that creative energy, that energy where there's intuition, discernment, and still the happiness, the optimism. I feel like that was under attack and judgment, because the way you come out of this unscathed and untouched is unbelievable for the amount of betrayal and deception that I just picked up in this reading. Thank God Jesus took the wheel, right? Thank God I don't look like what I've been through, right? Thank God God holds me down. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that went against you, recompense is what I hear. Okay, energy's energy. And I just feel like I don't even know what that word means, but I just heard recompense, so I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look it up after. He will do a Coach Unique. He will. Okay, so let's get Spirit of Isis. They're having me pull cards in. All right, so Spirit of Isis, we're gonna leave her right here. Triumph of the Goddess. Triumph of the Goddess. Triumph of the Goddess, God energy. So I feel like we won the battle. We won the battle, baby. The battle didn't win us. We won the battle. We a triumph of the Goddess and gods within the collective. All right, Spirit, let's clarify some of these energies. Ten of Michael. A situation has ended and you are finally free. I told you Archangel Michael was coming with that sword. Like, I said, this shit is it's cut. It's done. Done. Over. Not Mike, not mine. Not today. No way, no how. Archangel Michael came through. How about a round of applause? You look so dumb right now. Standing outside mouth trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry, please. Don't tell me you're sorry, 'cause you're not. You're only sorry you got caught, but you put on quite a show. Very entertaining. Yeah, they put out, yeah, you said, okay, well, nice show, curtains closed, adios. Okay, recompense, making amends to someone for loss or harm, sufferance, compensate. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Adam. Adam, I just talked to your higher spirit. Hey, holla at your girl. Right? A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunity for happiness will now follow you. Put the past behind you, because that door is closed. Done. Battle over. Adios, amigos. Y'all don't know who rolls with us the most high over here. Y'all can't mess with the chosen ones. Jeez. You better go find something safe to do. Now somebody's enraged the whole spiritual warfare within their life, within their line, within their lineage, for ancestors to come, because they just wanted to follow the crowd. Because of anything that even silver looks like, sugar looks like salt until you taste it. And you are being judged by the way you bowed out gracefully. Okay, so let's look at the Spirit of Isis, which I think we got this sometime this week. I'm not sure, but let's see. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. Have a great Valentine's Day. Okay. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persistent with your bold faith. So they came with bold respect and you stepped to them with bold faith. Now we both bold. Okay. All right. And inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has a spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest. Never fail. In her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it may seem, believe. If you believe, you'll receive everything you ask for in prayer. Okay, so you said, God, I don't know what this battle, it probably doesn't belong to me, but can you help me out? And you may have to do some work and you may have to fight a little bit, but once you ask to be out, they're taking you out. Okay, God is not a God of chaos or confusion. You will battle. I said chaos or confusion. You're battling to get the F up out of there, for we do not fight against flesh and blood, but our principalities. Okay, it is helpful on the inner path. Inner path. Remember, we have decided we can go to that shiny corridor with demon mask and demonic entities that looks really shiny. But the moment you decide to go that way, they're gonna slam that door so fast. It's gonna be a glimpse of what could have been, because the enemy doesn't prepare you for what will be. God prepares you. God will go ahead of you. Okay, He will go ahead of you to help you. The enemy forgets that they're not that clever. The enemy says right here, right now, God said, I already went ahead. We already won the battle. They just might have to go through there, but I already took them through there and they already won. Okay, it is helpful on the inner path to let go and detach over and over again, and yet we need to stay more true to our hearts and not give up on what we feel we're here to do. If God says cut them out of your life, cut them out of your life, because He knows, He's heard the conversations, He knows the plans, He knows the plots, He knows the setup, and you feel that every time you're around that person. Discernment. Your eyes are open. It's screaming, get away. Okay, whether it's reaching for enlightenment or inner peace or for creative breakthroughs on personal healing, the triumph of the goddess is with you now, urging you to not give up. That's what this enemy sent this person in your life is to give up on you, your journey, how far you got. Oh, you can't go further than this. You're going to break down. I got picking up a lot of Mariah Carey songs. It's a wrap, baby. When it's gone, it's gone, it's on, it's gone. Doo-doo, doo-doo. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay? Okay, whether it's reaching for alignment, for inner peace, for creative breakthrough, or personal healing, the triumph of the goddess is with you, urging you not to give up. No matter how far away or impossible success may be to seem, don't quit. Persistence happen. Persist until the impossible happens. The power of genuine inner will. You're coming from a genuine place. These people weren't coming from genuine places. Love is the highest form of energy of all. You're fighting principalities with love. Well, I love you, but I just don't think you can be in my life. That's like, what? So you're not going to let me beat you up? No. And you still love me? Yep. Unconditional love does not mean unconditional tolerance of manipulation, gaslighting, narcissistic abuse. The moment something starts tipping into a narcissistic abuse, you got to get the fuck up out of there. That is an entity that's coming to tear your ass up. And then don't play fair. The Jezebel spirit, don't play fair. The spirit of Delilah, don't play fair. The Python spirit, the Leviathan spirit, none of them plays fair. Okay, so once you start tipping over into that realm and you start feeling that, you better get the fuck up out of there. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart all the way out my mouth is get up out of there. Okay, let God fight those battles for you. And if it's time, and when it's time, He will resurrect the situation. Okay, and I feel like you don't need to continuously go through this battle over and over and over and over and over and over again. Once you've taken over the place, and because we can't say the word CONQUER. We can't say that. I don't know why, but we can't say that on YouTube. But once you overcome that and you've overthrown that entity and the dark forces, you stay there. You put your crown on you. They try to push your crown off. They kept pushing your head for your crown to fall. You're like, chill, my crown's falling. Chill out. Chill out. Chill. Hold up. And you had to take full control of the whole situation, however that means, whatever it means. If it was hard, it was a battle, but the divine was sitting there like, we been gave her that sword. Sure, she about to tear them up. They didn't know who they were fighting against, because everything they wanted you to do, you know that God already died for that. You didn't need to go do that. It's not your battle. Okay? All right, so the power of genuine will, not force or domination, but inner power that fuels us to continue our inner practices to do what we need to do in the physical world to bring ourselves to light and life is growing within you now. It is supported by living the right quest for you, seeking to climb the mountain that lies within our own heart, not that chosen for by another, but the journey that genuinely lies within us. Feminine strength with endless determination is fueled by loving devotion. Nothing less than love would be powerful enough to keep you going on your path long after you have tired of criticism, or became even too fatigued to respond to fight or fear anymore. That's what the enemy wants to do, is to make you so drawn out and tired that you just, I can't do this, I give up. No, you surrendered. Instead of giving up, the enemy didn't think about that part. The enemy was focused on you. Fight, fight, fight. fear, fear, fear. And you said, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to surrender. Oh, shoot, she surrendered. So she's not going to fight us anymore? No. She's not going to go coming with us to battle? You're like, no. Why do I need to battle you when God already died for this? This ain't my fight. I'm doing my job. I'm staying the light, baby. Oh, they want you to, oh, see, they wanted you to be like them and you weren't like them and now they're mad at you. Well, too bad. A situation has ended and you are finally free. Okay, you are finally free. And now you're moving on with your life, with your prosperity and your lesson, and just another person coming with clown shoes. And it's like, I've seen this already. And even they try to change their clown shoes from red to pink, but you're like, I know those clown shoes too. You can put orange ones on, or green ones, or blue ones, or purple ones, or gold ones, or black ones, or white ones, or gray ones. But I know how they are. I know what they are. Something about Dr. Seuss is significant as well. Red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish. It's all the same. The enemy, all they do is just go from one person to the other. It's the same shit. It's God is God, not a God of chaos and or confusion. So when you see that, or you know that, or you feel that, it's time to abandon, abort mission, abandon ship, get the fuck up out of there. And the enemy forgets that every single time because they are not as clever as God. And the enemy may be busy, but God is busier. I think that's that. I love ya. I love ya. I love ya with all my heart. For we not battle against blood, flesh and blood, but of principalities. Remember, it's not even your fight. It's not even your fight. Actually, you're just being used in a game. It's not your fight. The enemy, God goes up before you and commands his enemies, his angels, to watch over you. Now, he's commanding your angels to go get your enemies. You're done. Hands clean. That's how it's supposed to be. I love you guys so much. Happy Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's get a Bible verse. Keep your head up and your heart close to God. We have 130 in the chat. I love you so much. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. We have one life to live. I don't see anywhere in the Bible where it says be miserable. Forgive people that trespass you, for they may not know better. God will revive situations that he wants in your life. If he doesn't revive it, he doesn't want it. For he knows the plans I have for you, plans for you to prosper, be safe and abundant and all that you do. God doesn't ask a lot for us. He just wants us to use our spirit of love and discernment, and that's it. All right? My hope is in you all day long. I love you guys so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy successful Saturday, soulful Saturday. Whatever you do today, keep your head up and your heart close to God, because you're free. You're free. Because God set this up a long time ago for you. So, surprise, battle over. I love you guys so much. Keep your head up in your heart close, God. Happy Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys so much. I have an action-packed filled day. I'll try. I got some videos to upload. If I can get back, I will. If I can't, I'll see you in the morning. I love you so much. And I'll catch you guys on my midday mix, or my next read, whatever comes first.